If you're a real estate business running Google Ads but just not seeing a return on your investment, then these 5 mistakes could be costing you thousands of pounds every month. This is what I've seen from other advertisers I've reviewed and ads I've seen online. And what I find is a lot of advertisers, they will get started with Google Ads, they see other real estate businesses winning with Google Ads, but they don't follow the fundamentals. If you're able to review your account and fix these mistakes, you're going to save thousands of pounds per month, and you're going to increase your chances of converting the people who come to your site into sold properties, sold homes, and generating more buyer leads in general. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to share each mistake. I'm going to show an example of bad practice. I'm going to show you what you need to do to fix it. So let's get straight to it. Okay, let's get straight into it and review the 5 mistakes that could be costing you thousands on Google Ads. So the first thing I see is the wrong campaign type. Often when you set up a Google Ads campaign, you're in something called smart mode, and Google might try and set up the campaign and I guess sort of restrict a lot of the data for you. And one thing to be aware of is making sure you're in expert mode. There will be other videos online that cover that, but you also want to make sure you're setting up a search campaign. So before I show you how you would do that, I'll explain why. So what a search campaign is, you can put in the keywords that your ads are going to show for. And the reason I prefer this approach, and especially when you're getting started and concerned that your ads aren't converting, the reason is you can put in very specific keywords. So someone searching, if you're selling homes in Oxford in the UK, if someone's searching for new 2-bedroom homes, Oxford, you can put in that keyword and your ad will only show on that keyword, and at the moment with Google's keyword targeting, on similar related phrases. But compared to if you're running different campaign types, what you get with search is you guarantee that you're reaching those people who are in the market to buy in that moment. They're searching for homes, so they're going to come, when they come through to your site, they're going to be much more likely to convert. So you want to make sure you're running search campaigns. Don't overcomplicate things to start with. Start with search. It's going to get you the best return on your investment in 99% of cases. And once that's working, once you have a landing page that works, once you have ad copy and keywords that convert and bring through buyer leads, then you can look into other campaign types. But if you're just getting started and concerned about return on investment, make sure you're using search campaigns. So I'm just going to show you how you do this in a new account. So you go create campaign, set a new campaign, as well go create a campaign without guidance, and then search here, and then it would run through sort of the setup. So that's how you do it. You want to make sure you're doing this. Obviously there are all these different types of campaigns: Performance Max, Display. Performance Max is quite a new campaign type, but I'll show you some of the issues in a later example with that. But yeah, stick to search for now. As it says, Google said themselves, get in front of high intent customers. That's the people you want to be showing your offer to, so get started with that. So that's the first thing. The second thing is bad location targeting. It is such an issue in the real estate sector, and I just see it all the time. So I'll show you this example. And what it is, someone searching for homes to buy near me, and this was my search. I was searching for homes to buy near me. I was using a VPN, so I was in the Netherlands. That was my location. But as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 advertisers promoting properties in various locations. But you've got in Spain, in Algarve, in Dubai. I'm obviously searching from the Netherlands. I'm looking for homes in the local area, and I'm getting all these results. And these advertisers are spending thousands and thousands. And I remember checking, I can't remember which one it was, one of these, and they're running a Performance Max campaign. And the problem with that is you don't have visibility over the keywords, and it leads to issues like this. So the resolution for you as a business owner, someone running the ads for your property business is, firstly, if you're, say, selling homes in a specific area, then limiting that to a 15 mile radius. You can look to expand that over time, but particularly if you've got a smaller budget, keeping that quite tight in terms of the location targeting is going to be the best approach. So that's what you need to be doing. And another thing I'll show you just in an account where you find this. So you go down here to locations, and then you click on your campaign. So let's go this one. And for us, we're just targeting the UK, so it's not specific. But if you wanted to target a specific location, you can click radius, and let's say an example of Oxford. Let's include that. And then it's your 20 mile radius around that. So we obviously get rid of that. And another really important setting is if you go into your campaigns and you find the setting, then you want to make sure that your location targeting is set down here, locations, is set to presence rather than presence or interest. So let me explain to you, I'll jump back to the slides and share why presence or interest targeting could be an issue. So with this example, my presence here is in the Netherlands, and the reason why this could be showing is if say I'm someone who's looking to go on holiday to Dubai, I'm interested in people in Dubai, I'm searching about Dubai a lot. Although I don't have presence in Dubai, I have an interest in Dubai. So when I then search homes to buy near me, if an advertiser has the setting turned on here to presence or interest, I could then, by searching homes to buy near me, just because I have that interest in Dubai, be shown this ad. So that's another example where you could be wasting spend. So avoid that at all costs, because you don't want to be one of these guys on this search here. The next part is irrelevant keyword targeting, and this is where your spend isn't going towards the most high intent keywords. And the way you can check this is in your account is go to your keyword, go to your search terms, so you get insights and reports, search terms up here, and you can kind of see what's coming through here. So for our account, obviously most of these keywords, this is student accommodation, is all relevant stuff. But something like student flats for sale, that's still okay. But cheap houses for sale, for example, what we do if there's something that's less relevant is exclude that keyword. So if this was a keyword that wasn't relevant, we can add it as a negative keyword. So the first thing you want to do is review your search term reports to see if you're spending on terms that aren't relevant to what you're offering. That's the first part. And also, before you're setting up a campaign, you want to put in place a full negative keyword list, things that you don't want to appear for. So a common example of that would be something like if someone's searching for the price of homes, they're in that comparison stage, they're probably not quite ready to buy. Again, if someone's searching for on the market, then they're looking for comparison, they're looking for different homes, they're probably not quite ready, they're maybe more in that searching phase, they're not ready to make the purchase. So you don't want to spend to get those people through. Drop a comment below if you would like our negative keyword list for all our campaigns for property businesses. We have a long list of keywords that are just not relevant, and we add them to every campaign. So let me know if you'd like that. It would help with your campaign in terms of just stopping irrelevant traffic from coming through. So review your search term report. That's going to be massively important. The next big issue I see is generic ad copy. So one of the things I see is a lot of generic ad copy that costs advertisers in the long run. So I was searching for new build Amersham as an example, place in the UK, and it's a small town in the county of Buckinghamshire. The problem with all three of these advertisers is they're just selling homes in Buckinghamshire, just in general, say Bellway Homes, and it's not really going to match my search. Buckinghamshire is a very long, quite big county. So if I'm specifically looking for this location, an advertiser who is going to perform better is they're saying new homes in Amersham, easy access to London, all the things that come with that. What I like here that Morris Homes have done is they've at least got in the price. It's really important if you're selling homes to put in the price. I try and get it into almost every description and get into the headlines as well, because it could be that you're selling these homes, say you're selling homes at 500,000 starting point, you're wasting someone who's got a budget of 200,000 versus someone who's got a budget of 500,000. They might still be searching for new build homes, Amersham, but what you do by adding in the price and also the number of bedrooms is disqualify people immediately. When they see the ad, they're not going to click through in most cases because they've seen, right, this price is just not for me, it's too expensive, I can't afford this, I'm not going to click on this ad. Whereas where Bellway Homes are going wrong here, they don't have the price. So not only are they being quite generic by saying Buckinghamshire, they also don't have the price. So I could have a £200,000 budget, and I know this developer, their homes are more expensive than that, so they're going to have a lot of wasted spend. Oakford Homes down here, Chalfont St Peter is quite close to Amersham, but if I'm just looking for Amersham specifically, that's what this search suggests, then that is an issue that can result in wasted ad spend. So as much as possible, you want to make sure that your keywords and your ad copy match up. So if I was running ads for this, I'd want to have the keywords of new build Amersham. It's best if it's going to specify the bedrooms and the price as well, and make sure that's lined up with the ad copy. So that's a big issue I see, and you don't just want generic ad copy that's kind of one size fits all. You want it to be super specific, and that links back to your location targeting. You want it to be specific. You want to focus on these people who are most likely to convert. So the final point is landing pages. What a landing page is a page that is set up just for Google Ads to convert your traffic. And this is by far one of the biggest issues I see. And let's go over, I'm going to show you a couple of examples in a second. But essentially, a few of the biggest issues I see is property developers or property businesses. They're looking to sell homes and they just send people to their website from their Google Ads. The website, although I've seen good results in certain cases with websites, I always prefer the landing page for two reasons. The first reason is you can really clearly track your Google Ads performance. I see it with a lot of agencies, they will send traffic to websites, but the issue is it's mixed in with organic traffic, it's very hard, and often people don't make the effort to see where the Google Ads is contributing, what leads come from the Google Ads. Whereas if you have a landing page that is set up, that includes social proof, it has one clear call to action and outlines everything someone needs to know in one place without them then going around your site and going off in various areas. It keeps them locked in. With this landing page, it is, in my opinion, just the best approach because you can really see how that is performing, and it gives you a lot more control in terms of tweaking this for a cold audience who've just heard about you. That isn't going to be the same as someone who has awareness and comes to you via your website. And your website's still going to be there, they can come back through. But let's have a look at some landing pages that I think really can't be converting well. So this is one of the ads we were looking at earlier, and this is all it is. This is a landing page, so fair enough, they've done something well there. But luxury lifestyle in the heart of Catalonia. If you're looking for a contemporary lifestyle, our selection of luxury villas and semi-detached villas, yeah, it's super vague. They're asking for me to submit my details, give a message, and all they put here is a few images. They're sort of mock-ups as well. I don't think these are real photos. So there's just nothing here. I'd just be clicking straight off this page because they're asking for me to submit my details. They've given me no reason. And another big thing with landing pages is giving people a reason to submit their details. Why should I care about this? And they're not giving me a reason. They haven't showed that they've done any business at all. They've just got a site mocked up, and yeah, there's nothing to convince me. On the other hand, you might see, this is for Dubai real estate, so that ad we were looking at earlier. And for them, what we see here is a massive list of properties. Again, they're not real pictures, which is a common challenge with real estate, obviously. But it's just super high prices being shoved in my face, and it just doesn't give me any reason to trust this company. You've got to think, when someone's coming through a Google ad, they've never heard of you before, they don't know what you're about. So you need to build trust, and these two sites don't do that. I will create another video sharing more about how to set up a good landing page for Google Ads in the property sector. But yeah, hopefully you can see through these that for me, there just wouldn't be a massive reason. And obviously the price on these is super high. So running kind of generic Google Ads as they were doing, you need to, they should be calling out the price in their ad copy to make sure that 99% of people really aren't going to be able to afford these. So they need to make that clear. So those are the points you need to be aware of. And if you start implementing these few points, you're going to very quickly see an uptick in your performance. And I just see so many advertisers going wrong with these. So let me know what you think. If you would like me to review your ad account, and if you've reviewed your ad account, can't find anything wrong or not sure, drop me a message. I've got my LinkedIn below, and I would be happy to carry out a free audit of your account and break down where I think you're going wrong, why your ads aren't converting and leading to sales. That's what we do for our clients, and I would love to be able to help. So I hope that was useful. Thank you for your time, and see you soon.